Hello, I am the Green Energy Man, also known as Lance Wright. My wife, KK DeVivier, and I own this lovely house here, which is one of the most energy efficient homes in the state of Colorado. And it's also a very green home. As you can see from the landscaping here, we have native vegetation and edible vegetation.
Those are grapes on the porch, right?
Grapes, three varieties of table grapes, and that acts as a sun shield for the west side, because this is the west side of the house. These are apple trees here, and wildflowers and buffalo grass, so this yard has no supplemental watering.
Or mowing.
Almost no mowing. You have to mow it occasionally, but it's like 3 times a year.
You probably don't have a gas-run lawnmower, do you?
I have one of those push lawnmowers. The Green Energy Man gets his energy whenever he can.
Okay.
Edible vegetation. These are table grapes, seedless, and they are much desired by my family and the squirrel families. It's a continuous battle. Also, we have a little thing of ongoing engagement against the Japanese beetles. But in the end, you have to work like a farmer has to work to get that crop in an environmentally sound way. Okay, here we are inside the house, and you can't notice it, but my infrared thermometer shows that it's 71 degrees. 71 degrees
It
here.
says caution on it.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's right here.
Oh, down there. Okay, 71 degrees.
Is the interior temperature right now in this house that has no air conditioning. We night flush the house by opening the windows in the downstairs and the upstairs, and we get the cooling night breezes. Coupled with proper placement of windows and super insulation, we end up with a house that in Denver, Colorado does not need air conditioning. Now, we also like to tour and let people know that we have a sense of humor about our house also. This is our hobbit room, which is not necessarily any more energy efficient than the rest of the house, but it's very cozy in the wintertime, and that we have in-floor heating between our accent tiles. We have warm wire that uses electrical resistance heating to warm this room up nice and cozy, as well as a natural gas stove to make it even cozier. And right now we have a recovery situation. We don't normally have a bed in here. Normally it's a couch, so if we can avoid that one.
Oh, okay.
So I'd say we also...
Your wife just had a hip replacement.
Yes, exactly.
We can tell people
that. We can tell people that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good enough in here.
Okay. Cut.
Even the Green Energy Man has to do laundry. But we don't use a normal washing machine, at least not normal for the United States. This is a horizontal washing machine that uses energy efficiency techniques to reduce the energy required to heat the hot water. But the real advantage is our dryer. This is a
Bosch
dryer. Looks like it's a conventional dryer, but it has a condensing coil, and it removes the water with no exhaust of the air out of the house. In the wintertime, a standard American dryer, well, all the time it runs, a standard American dryer is running 100 to 200 cubic feet per minute out of the house. In the wintertime, that's sucking all of the cold air into your house through the cracks and crevices around the windows.
Right, because when you pump air out of a house, you're creating a vacuum that sucks in the cold air.
Exactly. And this doesn't do that.
Right, it's sucking in room air and exhausting hot air.
So it actually is an alternative heater in the wintertime. And
in the summertime?
In the summertime, we don't use this very much, except for the wrinkles-free type of clothing. But the rest of the time, we use our...
And I see a one of those things on the wall there. You pull that out, and you actually have a clothesline in the laundry room.
Yes, and we also have this that we put somewhere out of sight usually.
Right.
Normally we're not displaying it for all the world to see.
Well, at least you're not showing us your dirty laundry.
On the internet, yes. We're showing you clean laundry.
Right, right.
Hi, folks. We're back now. We're in the alley behind the house. And my garage over there has my original array of PV on it. That's 20 panels with a faceplate value of 3.3 kilowatts. Just last month, we added new panels on the house, a faceplate value of 3.9 kilowatts.
And is that a solar thermal panel up there too?
And that's one solar thermal panel, 4x8, supplemented in our hot water.
Okay, so it preheats your hot water for the hot water heater.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we'll take a quick look at the hot water heater before we're through.
Okay, and I see you have a Chevy Volt in the garage.
Yes, and a messy garage, a two-car garage that only lets one car fit in it right now. But that's what happens when you have little projects that you have to work on all the time. Hi, now we're upstairs where my utility room is located, the mechanical room. And here we have an ERV, energy recovery ventilation system, which circulates fresh air into the house as it exhausts stale air out of the rooms that we collect it from, which are the bathrooms, the kitchen, and the laundry room, where there might be moisture generated. And in the wintertime, we'll have cold air coming into the house, but it goes through this radiator-like device, the energy recovery ventilation, and the heat is exchanged. So the fresh air we're bringing in turns out to be about 65 degrees temperature, because this is 91% efficient on the latent heat recovery. And over here is our tank for our hot water heater. It's an electrically backed up tank.
But the water is preheated by the solar thermal panel on the roof.
The water's preheated, yes. And in the summertime, we disconnect
Oh, okay.
the backup heat, so it's purely solar thermal that we use in the summer for all of our needs. And this is an 80-gallon tank. Right now we're at 105, or whatever that says.
In the tank.
In the tank, 80 gallons of...
And on the roof, does it give the temperature for the panels?
I can't see from this angle.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, usually they have a button you can press that shows how hot it is on the panels.
Well,
and then you've got that pump up there, which I'm familiar with, which when the heat on the roof is hotter than the heat down here, it runs the pump to bring the heat from the roof down to the tank.
Now that I can see it, that's 108 degrees at the top of the tank, and 106, isn't it? Yeah, at the bottom of the tank.
Okay.
And the last thing that we want to show is the windows.
Okay.
We have one retrofit window. This is a Milgard window from Home Depot. And here's another.
So you got two double pane windows with a big airspace in between.
I have a quadruple pane window application here with a 5.5-inch separation, so this is the most energy efficient window in the house. And it actually costs less than my Alpen windows, which are traditional energy efficient triple pane windows like you'll see in many energy conscious homeowners' homes now.
More efficient and less expensive, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And in a nutshell, I think that's everything that we need to talk about. Other than the fact that I forgot to mention, we don't have any furnace per se in this house.
Right.
What we have is the in-floor heating, and the little
and just in that one room too.
That wood burning stove, faked natural gas actually is the fuel. That gives us anywhere from 6,000 to 22,000 BTUs an hour.
Did you add to the thickness of these walls, because this looks pretty thick here?
This is something I should have mentioned earlier. It's actually a SIPS panel. Or SIPS, which are structurally insulated panels.
Right.
Polyurethane rated at an R value of 41.
Right.
The actual U value in the wall knocks that effective R rating down to about 35.
Now this is an old house, right? Built
2008.
when? Oh, it's a new build in
build.
2008. So you built it with SIPS panels, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were adapting an older house.
Well, we did a scrape off because the neighborhood, both sides of us have been scraped.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thank you for the tour.
Well, glad to be able to be of assistance. Green Energy Man's always eager to talk to anybody who wants to listen.
Love your green cape. Thanks so much, Lance.
Thank you.